Welcome everyone to my Chinese cooking collective. Today we are going to make the home version of a Shanghai classic, the stir-fried shrimps and edamame. I'm Kenneth Tam. I've been in the US for about 7 years. I still remember how I struggled to find legit Asian food in my area when I first arrived in the country. After all those years, I finally decided to start this channel to show you how simple it is to cook real Chinese food. So if you're curious about authentic Chinese recipes or just want to try the local taste, click the subscribe button below. Also check my other videos for fresh and rarely seen recipes. I'll be uploading regularly. The stir-fried shrimp and edamame is a variation of the crystal shrimp, a traditional high-end Shanghai dish. Although the required ingredients are very simple, the crystal shrimp is extremely challenging to make. The original recipe calls for freshwater shrimps, which their meat is very sensitive to heat. You'll need to precisely control temperature so that the oil is hot enough to cook through the shrimps, but not hot enough to turn the shrimps red. So, it is rather complicated to make the restaurant version shrimp and edamame at home. And today we are going to make a simple home version. We are just going to focus on the texture. We only need 2 ingredients, the edamame beans and shrimps. If you can find freshwater shrimps, you can go for it. But it is quite hard to find freshwater shrimps in local market, so I'm going to use sea shrimps. First, devein and peel the shrimps. Here is a technique for fast deveining. Count to the 3rd segment of the shell. Puncture the shrimp with a toothpick, then pull, and the vein is out completely. We then need to wash our shrimp. Add a large tablespoon of tapioca starch or cornstarch, and then add a splash of water. Then mix them together with bare hand. We are using the natural stickiness of the starch to remove the slippery slime on the surface of the shrimp. Look at the water there, it turns dark. After a while, rinse the shrimp. Then pat them dry. Then we are going to blanch the edamame beans. Boil a pot of water. Put your edamame in when the water is vigorously boiling, and then boil for 3 minutes. Take them out and rinse them under tap water, or you can let them cool down completely in room temperature. Then you can squeeze the peas out of the pots. After the shrimps are completely dried, we are going to marinate it. Add a pinch of salt, half a tablespoon of tapioca starch or cornstarch, and a pinch of white pepper. Mix them well with your hand. Then we need to add in half an egg white. Mix well. Egg white is a common component in Chinese marinade for seafood. It helps to set the shape of the meat and gives the meat a whiter appearance. When everything is well combined, let it sit for 30 minutes in the fridge. Do not let the shrimp sit in room temperature, or the meat will denature quickly. Then we are ready to cook them. Heat your wok to medium heat and add oil. In restaurant, the shrimp should first be soaked in oil about 80 to 90 degrees Celsius until 60% cooked. This is the hardest part because we need to precisely control the oil temperature and the cooking time of the shrimps. But when we are cooking at home, we don't have to do that much, just keep it simple. But we still want to cook the shrimps with relatively low temperature. We don't want to sear the shrimp with high heat. Add your shrimp into the wok. Stir fry them continuously. Don't stop your motion or the shrimp will kind of stick to the pan. After 2 to 3 minutes, add in the edamame. Then add a pinch of salt and mix them well. Continue stir fry for about 30 to 45 seconds, and your Shanghai stir-fried shrimp and edamame is done. Here is a technical summary. Add egg whites to marinate seafood can improve the texture and final appearance of the dish. Cook the shrimps in relatively low temperature. Keep stir-frying them so that they'll not stick to the pan. The Shanghai stir-fried shrimps and edamame is so simple to cook. Enjoy this light and simple stir-fry. If you want me to do the restaurant version, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time!